Hi, it's me again. Just want to give a huge shout out to everybody and their following and give me updates. No, I'm giving updates. God, I'll get to that later, but I just want to give a thanks for your support, for your kind words, for your prayers, for just like reaching out and saying, how are you doing? What can we do to help? The feedback and the strength that I get from you guys, just freaking checking in and saying, what can we do to help? What can we do to help your family? What can we do to help Natalie? Like, that fuels me, that fuels my fire. So I just want to give a shout out and thank you to everybody for that. So the new update, how I am feeling, how my body's feeling, how my mind's feeling. We're still kind of in the same area when it comes to the progression with my hands and my arms. When I'm sleeping, it's harder for me to flop and roll over. Like, I'll get stuck and I'm having to use other hands to move shit. Right now I'm still learning how to, how to maneuver shit on my own, or God dang it, not MacGyver, but how do I get out of a chair? Because I'm losing in my hip flexor, in my knees. It's the same kind of area, but when I'm standing up, it's feeling a little more like a baby deer. Like, I'm a little more wobbly. I'll need hand support, handrails, but I'm still at least able to walk, whether I use my rollator or I'm really starting to rely a lot more on my wheelchair or scooters to get around. And the newest progression is kind of in my lungs. I don't know if everyone knows, I got diagnosed with asthma when I was 9 years old. So it's already kind of a red flag with ALS, is your diaphragm and your lungs usually are affected, and that's how this might be the dark side of it, but how most people pass away is from not being able to breathe, or you choke to death kind of thing. I'm not trying to bring like the dark side of it, but that's just how it is. So they really monitor my breathing, lung function. They do tests every 3 months. I go to ALS clinic. I mentioned that before. They'll test my blowing and sucking. Don't make any wise comments out there. I'm still a pretty good sucker. All right, guys. But anyways, the first ALS clinic, my testing was kind of subpar. The second one, 3 months later, it was actually up. So like, I'm not even dealing with, or I'm battling in my head whether I'm dealing with Oklahoma elements and pollen in the air, haze season, which usually affects my asthma, and dealing with muscle loss in that kind of breathing. So I've just now, within the last month and a half, kind of started to feel like normal day-to-day activities. I've been out of breath, or if I'm long-winded and talking how I'm talking now, I'll kind of have to stop and take a breath, which is probably good for me because then I have to think about what I'm saying instead of talking out of my ass. But so the latest progression is probably, I feel like someone's kind of sitting on my chest a little bit. So that's part of it. Another thing with my progression, the legs, I'm starting to have falls a little more periodically. I kind of know my limitations, so I've kind of been like a straight leg walker. I hope I'm holding on to something or somebody. But with the 3 falls that I've had, they've kind of got significantly worse. I haven't got injured yet, so it hadn't been like red flags for me yet. It's frustrating, it's embarrassing, but that's part of my ego and pride leaving. But I have a 2-story house where the main, like the living area, the dining room, and the kitchen are downstairs, but all the living quarters and all the rooms are upstairs. And I'm not at a spot where, even with Natalie being there, my caregiver being there, I can't get up the stairs. So we're trying to make downstairs a little more comfortable for me. That's with a bidet, with a shower downstairs. We're gonna turn the garage into like a mother-in-law suite kind of thing, but all room until we look into a new house in a couple years. But anyways, I'm no longer able to get the stairs. We've had a couple falls. With those falls, That's also led to the safety of me driving. I've still been driving, even though the most progression have been in my hands. Don't look at my hands right now, but I'm just putting these up here figuratively. Okay, I should not be driving. And I fought it for the longest, even with the occupational therapist, physical therapist, like, I don't know if it's a good idea for you to be driving. I've still been driving until this week. I've had a little more like reoccurring falls, which is like, they kind of tell you this, they prepare you this for ALS, but they can't give you a scale of when it's going to happen. Nobody has a calendar and like, okay, in 3 months, 2 days, and 4 days, you're going to fall on your ass in the toilet, and then the toilet dispenser is going to penetrate your ass. No one prepares you for that. No one prepares you for, you are bringing in your, I'm not giving a sad story. This isn't made up either. It could be fabricated, but you're not bringing in your Chick-fil-A breakfast. You bring in the damn sandwich and bagel, you leave your coffee in the car, you go back and you fall, and then Natalie can't help you get up, so you got to call the fire department. That's just real shit that's happened with me, but they can't prepare you with the dates. So you kind of got to monitor and know your limitations. So now we're like, I'm mature enough and wise enough to listen to when they say, hey, you shouldn't be driving. I'm finally like, okay, if someone will help me, I won't drive. So that's my progression. That's kind of what's going on here lately, is things are getting a little more real. This was my first time traveling as the progressions kind of got along. So in the airport, we had some struggles kind of waiting for people bringing us the wheelchair, because we didn't travel with our wheelchairs this time. So battling those kind of issues and conditions, traveling with 2 kids, it was quite the experience. We were those parents on this trip because Bear and Dahlia would decide to be good at the same time, but then they also decided to be wild animals, wild wildebeest. They would be wildebeest, if you will. That's my fault. So airport, don't travel with a 4 to 2-year-old if you have ALS and one parent to wrangle them. So yeah, so California was a blast. I want to thank my dad for we got to celebrate his birthday, Natalie's birthday. We had some good friends come up there with us. We stayed in Bodega Bay. Yeah, it was really cool. So we didn't travel with any of my gear. My dad got in touch with the ALS loaner closet here in Sacramento, and we got to use one of their wheelchairs, which was super sweet and convenient. Didn't have to travel with our stuff. And then one of the days at the beach, they rented a wheelchair that, I don't know if it's helium tires. I don't know how the science behind it, but they got to push me out on the beach, and it was super emotional for me. I got all the happy tears. I got to make out with Natalie on the beach, which is always cool. Kids had a great time, but who gives a rip? No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad the kids had a good time. Our friends got to come into town. 3 out of 10 traveling with kids. I love them, but don't take them on an airplane. No, overall, the California trip was a great experience. We learned from it. Now that the condition is kind of progressing, we know what we need, what we don't need. My favorite part of the whole trip was kind of getting a break and seeing Natalie without the burden and responsibility of regular life, and seeing her have a little glimpse of the Natalie that I fell in love with. Not that I don't love her when she's doing her basic, that makes me fall in love with her more, but watching Natalie kind of get to chill and have because she's my caregiver, she's my spouse, she's the mother of my children, she does it all. So watching other friends and family kind of get to help out with me, help out with the kids, it was fun seeing Natalie shed some layers and get naked. It was awesome. Get a break from everything. California, what a trip. The 26th of April, if you guys are free, we're doing a fundraiser, got a couple vendors at the studio, downtown Tulsa from 2 to 6. We got some vendors to do a cool little charity event for us, but come through. Dahlia say chicken fried, teriyaki.
No. it's like being a single parent sometimes. And I know that David would love to help more. And I really feel that gap where he still is able to help some, but I mean, it's rough. Well, it's just because David is the one who, he's the fun one. He's always playing with them and wrestling with them and what's the
swirlies.
What's the word when you roughhousing kind of?
Swirlies.
Roughhousing with them, and then and so now it's hard when they're trying to roughhouse with him and they really can't. And I'm just like you kind of taught them to do that, so now that it's kind of hard for them to be like, why?
I've always had admiration for Natalie. I don't know what the hell she was doing, what she saw me, but like, it's easy to feel sorry for myself for like simp out. But when I watch Natalie and watch all that she's doing, like I can't give up anytime soon. I can't be sad about stuff just because she's doing it all, dude. Natalie gets all the props. Hopefully, when we're in heaven or in the second phase of this, she gets rewarded and I get to still hang out with her and be associated with her. But I just want, it's annoying because I always wanted to fight with Natalie and say, I offer something too.
You do offer something.
No, I'm joking about that, but I seriously seeing what Natalie is even capable of and then still finding another gear. My love for her.
It's in my purse. It's in my purse.
Is just about how it is now. People that are reaching out with how they can help with the kids, how they can help get me to appointments. Just want to say thank you to all of you guys. People who are not just offering support, but also the energy and positive thoughts, positive vibes, and prayers. Dude, that goes a long freaking way. We started doing some remodeling, just some small remodels for the house. I'm no longer able to walk upstairs, so we're bringing me down to the first floor. We've got a bidet, we've got a shower downstairs. Just want to give shout outs to Mike and Charlie for that. I want to give shout outs to everybody who has donated to our GoFundMe. Dude, thank you so much from the bottom of my hearts. Thank you so much. Just want to thank Travis for putting all this shit together and helping me with my voice banking, helping with this video, and kind of getting our story out there to everybody. Give a shout out to Natalie. She's my anchor. If you guys know our story, we've been married 17 years, dating, 4 more years on top of that. Give a huge shout out to her for her strength, spiritually, physically, emotionally. I want to really just tell all the community thank you. And that's what this video is kind of for, is to give you guys an update throughout the whole freaking thing, kind of give you the progression and where we are physically, spiritually, mentally. We wouldn't be where we are without your guys' support. So shout out, love, thank you.
Do you think your dad's changed a little the last 6 months? Is your dad different?
No.
No? Do you still love your dad?
Yeah.
Do you think your dad's still the best dad?
Yeah.
Will you tell me your favorite thing about your dad?
What is it?
I love him.
You can't just love me. What's your favorite thing about me? Why do you love me?
Because you play with me.
I play with you? Oh, nice. What's your favorite thing that we do?
Sing.
Clean?
Sing.
Celine. We sing about Celine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.